Hi there, it's Rachel from scrapeahappy.blogspot.com with a card project for you today. I am making this card for Mary's Cupcake challenge that is happening until the 25th of January. So I thought I would be inspired to make a card. So today's card size is measuring originally 8 by 7.5. So the width of it at the finished is 4 by 7.5. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is just ink the edges. And I'm just using my Memento ink, and it is the Rosebud color. Just ink the edges. And then these circles were cut out from George and Basics shapes, and they were cut out at 2.5 inches on my gypsy. So I'm going to ink those. And this sketch card is a sketch from Allie Davis's sketch support website, and I actually have used this sketch in a previous video. It was a purple card video that was using all my card scraps. So this card or sketch or design is actually made from the same sketch. So it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out and how different it will look. So that piece that I just made was 1 inch, and these are 3/4 of an inch, and I just cut them out of the same patterned paper. Okay, so we're just inking the edges of all of them. There we go. And I'm going to ink the edges. This Fabulous Finds cut was cut out at a height of 0.80. I am using my Fabulous Finds Cricut cartridge so much and really enjoying it. And then this Cupcake was cut out at, let's have a look here on my gypsy, was cut out at 1.94 inches. And I put it's from the Create a Critter cartridge, and I actually decided to take off the face of this cupcake. It's one of the accessories, and put it through the Divine Swirls embossing folder and the Distress Stripes embossing folder there. And so everything's inked, and so the first thing that I'm going to do is put the circle dots here. And the paper that I'm using is all paper that's from my stash. Being that this is the weekend and my husband was working this weekend, this Saturday, it was very hard for me not to go visit my Michaels for something to do and look at, to buy maybe some Valentine's Day paper. I've been looking at projects that people have been making and really admiring the Valentine's Day paper, but I'm refusing to buy any of the goodies, because my goal is to be using what I have here in my scrap room. So in terms of that goal, I would say today was the hardest day. Okay, so what I've gone ahead and done is I've used the 3 different pattern papers for my circles, and I have glued them all down. They fit perfectly. These were all these are all 2.5 inches. Okay, now my cupcake is going to be pop dotted there in the center of the starred one, and I put it on the starred one because I thought that had the blue background and it just was nice and pleasing because the other 2 papers had the pink. So I was thinking the next time I might use that green colored paper to make the card, because there's green in all these papers and it might be nice to try something different. So I'm going to put the cupcake there. I'm just pop dotting that, and now it's just a matter of putting on these other circles that I've cut, just to add some decoration and interest to the card. And these little circles were cut out from this punch here. I have no idea what the brand of that is. I'm not very good at knowing the brands of things, so I'm sorry if you're wanting to know. Maybe it's EK Success, possibly. And a little turquoise one in the same size. And I'm going to wait for that one and put this one down here in the corner. Put that one there. And this one over here. Okay, so I left this blank here, this space there, because I cut this flourish from straight from the Nest cartridge. And let me just check my gypsy here. That is cut out at 1.24, and that is just going to go right in here like that. And because it's such a detailed piece here, I am going to use my tweezers and my Zig 2-way pen to put the glue on the back. And that's going to fill up the space there. And then this here is going to go right here as a sentiment, and I have some cupcake sentiment, so I'm just going to go back and check in my stash. I didn't get that ready to see what I'm going to put on there. Be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stays On ink, and the stamp that I'm using today is this stamp called Life is Sweet, and it is from the Hampton Art foot-long stamps, and they have some really pretty little cupcakes on that stack. So Life is Sweet, and I'm going to pop dot this up as well. And I originally wanted to put this down here, but I'm almost thinking those should have moved up there a little bit. Because if I put it there, then that looks empty. So I'm just going to put it over to the side in here in this empty space. And there is my completed card. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Crafty, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.